We are back again with another episode of Open Doors. I'm your boy, Chris Harris. I'm so grateful that you took the time to check out this podcast and to check out this episode. Before we get started, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this episode because we are dropping topic after topic. And I got some interesting topics that I want to hit you with. A lot of things are happening in our nation. A lot of things are happening in this time. And we're going to discuss it at Open Doors. And you don't want to miss out. So hit that subscribe button and share this podcast. All right, let's go. I want us to talk about former President Donald Trump. July 13th, Butler, Pennsylvania. As we all know, as we've all heard, there was an attempt on former President Donald Trump's life when he was at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And I want us to talk about it. You know, I have a couple of short videos I want to play you just to set up our conversation. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Because when I first saw everything on the news and everything that was coming through my social media feeds, when I first saw it, I thought it was staged. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That's the skeptic in me. Because my thought process was that how could someone get so close to former President Donald Trump? My other thought process was, if that person was so close, and again, how could they get so close to him? You got a shot to take out former President Donald Trump and you miss and you hit his ear. So I thought it was a publicity stunt. I thought it was staged just to get sympathy votes. But when I took time to pause and when I took a deep breath and when I started to hear from experts, rifle experts about shooting a rifle, and Thomas Crooks is the shooter, when things were being talked about and the information was coming out, I began to see it in a different light. And this is the topic I want to throw out to you. We're talking about the shooting of former President Donald Trump. I want to ask you, do you believe it was a lucky miss or you believe it was divine intervention? I want us to talk about this. I want us to talk about this. Do you believe that it was just a lucky miss that Thomas Crooks, he missed Donald Trump that badly, and got his ear? It was just the luck, a lucky miss for Donald Trump. Or do you believe that it was some way divine intervention? I want us to talk about it, but I have a couple of quick videos I want you to see, and then we'll discuss.
Take a look at what happened.
Now, before I play the next video, that's why I thought it was fake for a second, because just the reaction of it, I'm watching it and I'm like, man, this man almost got shot. And then when he gets up, he's pumping his fists. He's pumping his fists. And I'm like, man, if somebody was shooting at me, I ain't pumping my fist. I'm like, get me out of here. I ain't even putting my head up. And that's the crazy thing. When I was watching the video, I'm like, this man got his head up. So somebody, if a shooter's still there, they could shoot him again in the head. And he's pumping his fist. He's pumping his fist. And I'm like, you think I'm pumping my fist trying to roar up the crowd when somebody tried to shoot at me? Another thing I was tripping on, because I'm like, you see people in the audience after the person starts shooting, they're ducking, but then they start cheering. If somebody's shooting, you think I'm gonna be ducking and cheering? I'm getting up out of there. I'm knocking somebody over. I'm getting up out of there because I'm a fear for my life. That's what I initially thought as I saw the video. But I said that as I began to pause and take a deep breath and get more information and look at it closely, it was just shocking. It was just shocking. And also, let me say that, we know President Trump, former President Donald Trump, he took a bullet to the ear, it grazed his ear, but also there was someone there who lost their life, and we can't skip over that. Our condolences goes out to that person's family, and also there were others who were injured by this heinous act. But we're talking about a topic. Do you believe it was a lucky miss or godly intervention? I have two more videos real quickly I want to show you.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there.
Where?
Right there, you see him? He's laying down. You see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And son, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look. There he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much
He's
tougher
standing
than
up now.
it happens.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
Up here.
That's the second video that I want to show you. And one more video. Take a look at this video.
You go all up to like 1812. You can go to a 112, which is about as flat as you can get without it being completely flat. And you're saying that there was a danger, safety concern there. But the problem is, Director, you put your counter snipers on a 312 roof, which is steeper than the 112. And by the way, the 112 is ADA compliant. You can build a ramp for a wheelchair on a 112 roof. So these are nothing but pathetic excuses, and they make no sense, and they're a bunch of cow dung. All the law enforcement I've spoken with over the last 9 days are amazed that the AGR rooftop was not secure. And you want to know why? Because it's dangerous. I have never had any long gun training in my life. I own an AR-15, and last time I shot it one time my whole life. It was 6 years ago. That is until Saturday, where we recreated the events in Savoy, Texas, where we recreated what happened in Butler. I was lying prone on a sloped roof at 130 yards at 6:30 at night. And I knew that he had a scope. I didn't know what kind, red dot or magnified. So I shot 8 rounds from both. You know what the result was? 15 out of 16 kill shots. And the one I missed would have hit the president's ear. That's a 94% success rate. And that shooter was a better shot than me. It is a miracle President Trump wasn't killed. Corey Comparatore's life is over because that damn shooter made it on the roof. And it wasn't the roof that was dangerous. It was a nut job on top of the roof. You know what else is dangerous? I believe your horrifying ineptitude and your lack of skilled leadership is a disgrace. Your obfuscating today is shameful. And you should be fired immediately and go back to Garden Doritos. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
All right, so let's get into it. I just showed you 3 videos, and we're talking about what happened, the shooting, the attempt on the life of former President Donald Trump, Butler, Pennsylvania, July 13, 2024. Someone, as the third video, as they mentioned, someone lost their life. Others were injured in this heinous act. But I'm asking because the more information that I got, like I said, when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, this is staged. This is a gimmick. But the more I heard about it, and now I'm taking a second to reflect. Thomas Crooks had an AR-15. And I was doing some research, and it said that now in good weather conditions, it's saying that an AR-15 can shoot 500 to 600 yards successfully. Of course, good weather. Now, they said it was a little wind that was there. It was some wind that was there, but they said an AR-15 in decent weather, they said can shoot 500 to 600 yards away and hit a target successfully. Thomas Crooks, they said, was 150 yards away from Donald Trump. Another thing about it, though, is that Thomas Crooks, from what I've been reading about Thomas Crooks, is that he's someone who belonged to a rifle club. He's someone who shot a rifle, was handy with a rifle, was part of some rifle club. So he knew how to handle a rifle. So you mean to tell me that a man who knows how to handle a rifle, who knows, of course, America has a gun culture. He probably been handling a rifle for years, but he knows how to handle a rifle. That's what I'm trying to get at. He's only 150 yards away. An AR-15 rifle, AR style rifle, can shoot 500 to 600. Yeah, I'm sure it was some wind, but it wasn't like a tornado out there. It was some wind, but it wasn't a windstorm. So 500 and 600, he's only 150 yards away, and he misses. You got the chance to shoot your target, someone who is trained and skilled with a rifle, only 150 yards away, and you miss and only hit his ear. I'm asking you, do you believe that was just some kind of luck, or you believe that that was the hand of God? I got to ask you that. Think about that. Think about that. Another thing, since we're talking about it, like I said, one of the reasons why I thought it was fake in the beginning, because how could Thomas Crooks get so close to Donald Trump? And things that I've been hearing about the Secret Service, it brings me to a conclusion. And this is just my opinion. I'm going to throw out there. It's just me. We're just talking. It's just me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But how could he get so close? You saw in the second video that people were even pointing. Someone is on the roof. Someone is on the roof. Nothing. I read a report in one of the media publications is that the Secret Service noticed Thomas Crooks 90 minutes before. 90 minutes before. And one of them said that he had a rifle. They said a subject had a rifle. He's by us. He's checking out the scene. He had a rifle. Then he disappeared, and they said that they couldn't locate him. They also said he had a rangefinder. So you mean to tell me somebody out there got a rangefinder, somebody out there got a rifle, and you can't get in contact with this guy? You can't shut down a bigger perimeter. You can't locate this guy. Something's fishy about that. Something's fishy about that. Also, I said that an AR style rifle shoots 500 to 600 yards away. The warehouse roof in which Thomas Crooks climbed on was only 150 yards away. I found out that an AR style rifle shoots 500 and 600 yards away. I'm sure the Secret Service knows that. So why wouldn't this warehouse be involved in the perimeter that they secured when they knew that Donald Trump was coming to speak? Because this warehouse just happened to be omitted out of the perimeter of the security detail of the Secret Service. Something does not add up to me. I believe, like I said, I'm just throwing it out there. We just having a conversation. This is just me. You might think I'm crazy. To me, it seems like an inside job. And then Thomas Crooks was a registered Republican. He was a registered Republican. So could it be? I'm just talking. We just talking. It may not be nothing. Could it be that the Republicans wanted Donald Trump out? Just pretend I didn't say that. Just pretend I didn't say that. We just talking. But back to my topic. Back to my topic of discussion. Do you believe 150 yards away, it was just luck? Or do you believe that the hand of God was on Donald Trump and God allowed this bullet only 150 yards away? Or God made Donald Trump move his head at the last second so this bullet can just zip by him and not take him out? Think about that for a second. Think about that. Chew on that, because only 150 yards away, someone who knows how to use a rifle, only 150 yards away. I keep saying that. But he misses. Luck or God? That's all I have for you today. I want you to just think about that. I want you to chew on that. And I would love to hear your comments in the comments section. Before I get out of here, I want to give a shout out to the Dream Team, Blessed Dreams Production, my boy Alfred. Eyes have not seen, my sister Marilyn. Begin to look for me and connect with me on Instagram, Young King 1982. And until the next time an episode drops, be blessed. God bless you.
Don't ever take nothing for granted, man. Hey, you gotta wake